What's up, everybody? Welcome. Comics Remixed, episode 15. Moving along, man. Episode 15 already.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
5 more and we got a milestone.
No, fuck that. When we get to 25, we'll give you a hologram cover.
Hologram.
Oh yeah, fatal attractions. Anyway, this episode, happy anniversary to DC with their new 52 relaunch. It's been a year now. The numbers are still solid. DC was pretty smart with what doesn't sell, get rid of it, replace it right away. Don't let it simmer and sit there for people to continue to hate. Some of the high points, in my opinion, for the new 52 relaunch in general. Aquaman. Who would have thought? One of the top 5 books in DC right now.
I liked it before they revamped it.
Not a lot of people did.
Really? With the whole Sub Diego thing?
A lot of people didn't.
Really? I was all about that.
Yeah. Animal Man. Who would have thought? Animal Man's a strong seller.
Beautiful artwork. Who's that? Who's the guy in Animal Man again?
The writer?
Is it
Jeff
Yannick?
Lemire.
Is it Jeff?
Jeff Lemire is the writer. Yannick is doing the covers.
The artwork is Yannick. Yeah. He's doing great work, man. Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Very. Swamp Thing, another one connecting to Animal Man, actually.
Finally, Swamp Thing back up there.
He hasn't been good since Alan Moore did it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I take that back. Brian K. Vaughan did a 20-issue series, I believe, of Swamp Thing back in the mid-2000s. And we're pretty good. It went up like 20 issues.
Yeah, but I think when people connect, they think about Alan Moore.
Yeah.
So that's the relevance right there.
Yeah. So, I mean, those 3 hot right there. I mean, DC's just been... most of the Bat books are great.
The Court of Owls thing...
Court of Owls was a great crossover.
From what I got to read, it was really good.
Detective came out strong with the whole Joker cover. Detective 1, where the rag doll or baby doll, whatever the hell his name is, doll maker, he ends up cutting off the Joker's face. You know, that was like the high point of Detective Comics #1. Then issues 2 through 12 have been very, very lackluster.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody thought, no, not really. Everybody thought Detective was going to be the big Batman book, and it turned out to be just, Batman.
Yeah, Batwing I wasn't digging.
Batwing was so-so.
The purple bat. Just because he's, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, just because the guy's black, you're going to make him more purple. Alright, he's not Prince.
Purple.
Yeah, he had earlier, he had like a shade of purple on his costume.
Was it a shade of purple?
Yeah.
Oh, now it's like super chrome.
Yeah, they probably changed it, but it was like purple with like a bluish kind of like touch-ups or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey has been very surprising. A lot of people don't like birds. A lot of people do. One of the twists in Birds of Prey was revealing the Black Canary killed her husband.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And
wow.
She's been hiding it from the team, but then she ended up confessing to it.
Who else did she marry? Because I mean, she was with Holly for how long?
They didn't mention that yet. If
really?
Remember, it's a new.
Oh, that's
timeline,
right.
So they haven't mentioned if Black Canary was ever with Green Arrow, because remember, Green Arrow's a lot younger than this.
Okay, so what's her backstory then? Was she like some assassin before?
I'm not getting into it, man. We're not getting into that right now. You gotta have to read the books.
I am intrigued. I am intrigued.
The Superman books, Superman, not Superman families type stuff, but the Superman books, been a lot of people don't like them.
Really?
Grant Morrison has been writing Action Comics, and it's been hit or miss. Either like Grant Morrison or you don't like Grant Morrison, because his stories have just been.
Really? Have you been reading them?
Yeah.
What do you?
He's everywhere with it. It's like he has no structure to what he's writing. It's just everywhere.
So there's no solid storyline.
No, not really.
Little stories or something.
There's a bunch of little stories that are supposed to tie in together. The only thing I like that's remotely even memorable from it is Clark Kent dying in one of the fights. Like Lois and the David, everybody believes Clark Kent's dead, so now he's coming out with a new identity.
Oh,
yeah, like kind of like a what's that stuff called when the cops hide you?
Yeah, an alias.
No.
Like,
witness protection. When you get a new alias and stuff. Something similar to that. The problem being with Action Comics and then Superman is Action Comics takes place when Superman first shows up. The 5 years ago or whatever it is. Superman is current time. The creative team on Superman have a lot of restrictions due to they can't do this or they can't do that because Grant is setting the groundwork. So they're all working around Grant Morrison, which is why one of the main reasons why George Perez left the book. He's like, I'm not going to put up with this crap. You guys are catering to Morrison and killing our book.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah.
So Superman's been one that's kind of a lot of people are not liking Superboy because Superboy is very, I'm Superboy, I'm kind of emo. I was made to kill, but I don't know if I want to kill. And
I told you where I stand on that. It's like, just, this is a relaunch. He's got a fresh start. He did the good thing already.
Right.
Within a couple of times,
well, I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying what people are saying.
Wow, well, I expect him to go baddie. I want it's a fresh start. You really let him go be a bad guy for a couple of years. Would that hurt? No.
It'd be interesting.
It would,
especially if he was a bad guy and they kept him on his own book.
There you go.
You know,
actually, that would be a good point of view. If anything, if you really want to do the whole emo guy, a bad guy would be perfect.
A lot of books were canceled with the first wave. There was 6 titles that were canceled. They were the Blackhawks. Nobody gave a shit. OMAC. Nobody really gave a shit. Static Shock. Just the cartoon was the only good thing about him. And I didn't even watch all of that. Hawk and Dove was canceled.
Yeah.
Written and drawn by Rob Liefeld. But I don't understand.
The guy's book, okay?
What I don't understand is if you're putting out a book, okay, and you got this guy being a creative force behind it, why would you cancel the book due to low sales, but then go ahead and put him on 3 other titles? Yeah. Savage, Hawkman, Deathstroke, and Grifter. Do you got plans to kill those books off too? I mean, you're a big Liefeld fan.
I am, but it's like,
you know, it's just like
he's got a formula that only works in certain types of books. He didn't belong on Teen Titans because his anatomical formula doesn't suit drawing
kids on steroids.
Exactly, it didn't suit drawing kids.
Right.
Okay. Hawk and Dove around the same thing. The way he draws people, and
I could see him doing Hawk.
Yeah.
Hawk is supposed to be like some big Hulk guy.
Yeah,
but not Dove. Dove was too manly.
I could see him actually, if they started him off on Hawkman, I could see that.
Okay.
Because he's like a warring type guy. If anything, they should let him cut loose on Hawkman and just like throw him into war and just let him rip people's heads off. You know, kind of like what they were trying to do with Wonder Woman for a while. That Savage style, she's lopping people's heads off. That's what they should bring into Savage Hawkman. That's all you really need.
Wonder Woman, now that you mentioned it, by Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chang. Wonder Woman is a great book. I mean, Wonder Woman's, since George Perez took over the book in the early 90s when they relaunched it, it was good. It got higher points, it had some low points, but it was always pretty steady, never very low.
Better than it was.
Yeah. And then they relaunch it, and well, they relaunched it twice, but now with the new 52, it's like Brian Azzarello's doing a fantastic job, especially focusing on the gods aspect of everything. Yes. You know, you've got Hermes, you've got Zeus, the wife of Zeus. I can't remember her name. Hades. You know, it's just like it's all blending in together so badass.
You know what sounds great about that? We don't need another book that's about the god living amongst the humans thing. That's why you got Superman,
right?
And to take the time to focus on the other gods and all the other outer worldly beings. If anything, that's like their Thor book. You know?
Yeah. They've given some titles to people you wouldn't expect. Voodoo, created by Jim Lee and Brandon Choi. She has her own book. It started off pretty good. They're canceling it with another issue. Well, I think like one more issue in. And
what's the premise of that book?
She's a demonite. Remember Hellspawn from Wildcats?
Yeah.
A lot of these books. Is
it one of his Wildstorm characters brought in? Oh, okay. I remember the name. It sounded familiar. Okay, yeah.
The one thing the Green Lantern stuff, all of it, all around. New Guardians, Green Lantern Corps, all fantastic books. Green Arrow, they had a rocky start due to a lot of creative team shifts on there also. Still so-so. Blue Beetle, surprisingly pretty good. We sell out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What's going on with Blue Beetle that is selling out?
Nothing much. That's
still
the thing.
The kid?
Yes, it's Jaime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's got that appeal. Like when I read the Blue Beetle, I'll be like, okay, that was cool. It's not like, oh my god, I gotta read the next issue.
Is it sci-fi-ish? That's what I would imagine.
Somewhat. The thing that I'm not liking about the new 52 in general is if you wanted to do a relaunch, you should have just did everything on its own. Let everything stand on its own feet. They're crossing over a lot of stuff. Like Grifter ties into Voodoo, which tied into a few issues of Superman. Not necessarily, continued in this issue or that issue, but the main villain, like something will be mentioned, like the Demonites. Hellspawn was fighting Superman. And then he mentions it in Voodoo, you know, and then Demonites were over, Grifter's fighting the Demonites in his book.
See, but that's continuity right there.
It is,
now
but
we're getting too much.
Yeah, exactly. It's too soon, especially it's too soon.
It's like easy up, yo.
Like,
I'm happy.
Build the book and let it stand on its own first, then bring all that in. But right now, it's too many crossovers.
Yeah, because if anything, that's actually a perfect attitude if you want to make any of those into a movie. It's kind of like when you're watching Avengers. Why didn't Spider-Man swing around the back? I mean, we know the answer.
Right,
we know the answer.
Yeah, just generally speaking.
But like, yeah, why didn't Spider-Man just swing in the background?
Especially for the common moviegoers that don't really read the books. Hey, Spider-Man's from Marvel. I know that, and Captain America's from Marvel. Why did? Yeah,
actually, a lot of everyday people don't get the whole why isn't Superman fighting the X-Men type of thing. That would have been perfect. That would have been one of those pretty cool things where someone with 3D glasses would have been like, "Oh, what the hell is that?"
Oh yeah,
you know, something.
So
that would have been fantastic.
Next month, DC plans to release all 0 issues. So they're kind of skipping a month from issue 12. Then September will be all issue 0s, and then we'll come back to issue 13s in October. For those that are still sticking around.
I've had many GL fans practically just like rip their faces off when they saw the new Green Lantern cover. The guy with the luchador mask.
Yeah,
and he's holding the gun. Yeah, I'm not feeling too good about that.
Baz.
Yeah, Baz.
We'll see. I thought it was John Stewart because of what's going on in Green Lantern Corps. He was accused of he did murder another Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
So I figured, okay, maybe this is John Stewart, but it's not.
Oh, what the hell happened? That he murdered somebody. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Not really a spoiler. They were captured by the enemy they were fighting, and the Green Lantern he killed was very he couldn't hold. You know, like they were being interrogated and tortured, and he just couldn't hack it, man. He was about to give away all the information.
So he did the.
So he had to do what he had to do, and he snapped his neck.
Wow.
And there was a third Green Lantern there present. He backed him up. He says, "You know what? I understand why you did. You did what you had to do."
Yeah.
And a lot of people understood that, except for the Alpha Lanterns. I'm not getting into it, but you guys are gonna have to.
Oh yeah, you were talking about the guys right above the green.
So to DC, we say congratulations on a new, on 1 year of success for the most part. Like David said, he hates relaunches. Everybody hates relaunches, but you know it seems to have garnered a lot more attention, especially to the characters that should have had the attention to begin with.
Yeah. And also,
Animal Man,
you kind of get it. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
you kind of get it. A lot of it's because of modernization.
Right.
You gotta shift things right now to a point where you're cool with the hardcores, but also you gotta reintroduce it to the new generation, and you gotta cater to these new platforms of digital and how you're gearing up for the movies.
Right.
So I get what these new relaunches represent. I get them. It's just that please let these guys just stick around for a while and make them memorable. If anything, like going back to what you said about the death of Batman, it wasn't memorable. It was forgotten.
Crappy.
Yeah, the whole Captain America getting sniped down, that is long forgotten as well. And it sucks too because it was a good road to that. Like his standoff against Iron Man, that was a memorable fight. That was a good fight.
Not as memorable as Bane and Batman in The Dark Knight Rises.
I haven't seen it.
It's alright. So, shifting gears. Tomorrow is preview night for Wizard World, aka the Chicago ComicCon. David, we have been going to Chicago ComicCon, Wizard World since 2000. I've been going since 2001. You jumped on the next year, 2002.
Yeah.
I think we stopped going the same year. Was it 2009, 2010?
We've gone there. We've gone there with money, without money. We've gone there with missions to do stuff.
Like I'm buying this, I'm buying that.
A little bit of people. We've gone there through.
We've had great experience.
Yeah.
We've met lots of badass creators. We've had the opportunity to, and one of my favorite memories of all time. And every time I think about it, I start to get teary eyed. Was the lunch we had with Michael Turner.
Yep. If anything, I think of that as. I think about that as the first Comic ReMIXed interview ever.
Yeah.
It's the first time we ever interviewed somebody.
And we didn't even do it as an official interview. But when you look back at it, it turns out that's what it was. Don't I? I think I have that on film.
You do.
I do,
you
right?
showed it to me it was a couple years ago, but you do.
I'm gonna have to look for it. Unfortunately, it's on old school VHS, so I'm gonna have to look for it and copy it over.
We have to dub it and post it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, a remembrance video. Yeah.
Michael Turner tribute or something.
He talks about how he could draw feet. Okay, get off his back.
Pretty much. Well, he could draw.
Come on, justice.
Justice for the feet. But anyways, the con's tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of... Well, let me back up. The reason we stopped going, in our opinion, a Comic-Con, especially one as big as that, is not a Comic-Con when the comic companies themselves do not show up.
Yeah.
They have no... Marvel didn't go. DC didn't go. Dark Horse didn't go. Image didn't go. How do you not show booths? You know, how do you not have booths at these conventions?
If anything...
I think the DC booth was just a giant thing of space with a TV monitor playing their upcoming cartoon.
We heard the rumors as to why they didn't go, and we understand it. You know, San Diego just happened. It was like their first year of C2E2. They were there, and it was a financial issue. The reason that they didn't show up there. But when you're at con and stuff like that's happening, and you got to cater to so many people that bought your tickets, then change it around.
Right.
You have all this floor space to work with now. Do some shifting. Bring something to the con that we wouldn't have had expected to be there.
Which was exactly what happened, which is why we stopped going. Was 09, 010, or 2009,
Actually, nothing
2010.
happened.
No, it did happen. That's the point. The company stopped showing up, which was, I guess you could consider that nothing happened. But what did happen was it turned into more of a TV pop culture story.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was a good solution.
No, because that's what drove us away.
Yeah.
And that was during the... What year was this for C2E2? Was this the third or the fourth?
This is the third, I believe, C2E2. Yeah.
Okay, so it's been 2 years since we've been to Wizard World because we both missed out on the first C2E2. Or did you
No,
go
I
to the first?
went.
You went to the first
Remember
one,
I got
right?
all that free stuff?
Right, I didn't go to the first one.
Because not a lot of people went to the first C2E2.
I went to the
So we
second
actually
one,
walked out
and we
with
went
free
this year.
swag. So I'm thankful for you guys for not showing up.
But this is why, you know, it's like C2E2 has only been around 3 years now. Wizard World has been going on over 10 years. And in 3 years, you've managed to steal away a lot of people who decided, you know what, I'm going to go to C2E2. I'm not going to Wizard World. One thing being ticket prices. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But we are not here to bash Wizard World. We are here to hype it up. Because tomorrow it starts. We've been looking forward. I know I've been actually looking forward to going back. Because like I said, it's been 2-3 years since we've been there. I'm very excited for the convention.
We got to breathe life into this thing.
Yeah, I'm very excited to go back and see, you know, what I've been missing out on.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Wizard World's always been my first convention. I owe so much to it. We've got so many great memories there. You know, no matter what they do to screw it up or what, it's still going to be, it's like my baby as far as conventions go.
And the way you got to see it, man, okay, fine. If a lot of these big names don't want to show up, then all right. Then the indies got to bring it.
Yeah.
You got to bring
indies,
it.
This is your time to shine.
The self-publishers, the indies, Artist Alley, you got to bring it and just really, really step it up. And actually, the last time I went to Comic-Con, that's what was really great. Everybody at Artist Alley, they showed up.
Yeah,
you know,
they were ready. They were like,
it,
man,
screw it. They didn't show up, but we're here.
So we've got a list here. I mean, if we're not going to bore you, I wouldn't even say bore you, but we've already done an episode prior to C2E2, the do's and don'ts of Comic-Con, you know, the proper etiquette and stuff like that. So go back on our YouTube,
Swaz.
pretty much, and go ahead and rewatch those episodes, refresh yourself, do's and don'ts of Comic Convention. What we've got for you is a short list. I don't know if I call that short, but we've got a list of a lot of creators.
The Trekkie and me will try to get William Shatner.
We're going to try. We've got a list here of people who we have an interest in interviewing. Nothing against those who we don't mention. Yeah. These are just the standout names that we would love to get on film. You know, first of all, I didn't get, the first time around, I didn't get Big Dog Inc. on camera, Tom Hutchison. Writer of Critter, writer of Legend of Oz, Wicked West. You know, Legend of Oz, dude, that book has been getting a lot of word of mouth. Because there was somebody came in here the other day and they're like, dude, you know, what do you recommend from a smaller press? I says, dude, Big Dog Inc. They're like, what's that? And I was like, I held up Critter, and they're like, okay. And I named off, I said Penny for Your Soul. I said the Cricket, Agent of Sword, one shot, that's coming out soon. And then it says Legend of Oz, Wicked West. And they stop and they go, I've heard of that. Like, I've heard of that. Is that any good? Do you have any of those? So, Tom, you're doing something right, buddy. People are hearing your about your Legend of Oz, which has now been announced as an ongoing series.
Wow.
So,
Congratulations,
congratulations,
man.
Tom, for that. It's the second ongoing. The first one now is Critter at issue 2.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, big ups to you guys. We're going to try to get you guys this time on film. Unfortunately, we talk on Facebook all the time, but this time we're going to make it official. You know what I'm saying? If Zenoscope guys are still there,
Zenoscope, yeah,
shout out to Zenoscope. We love those guys. Those guys are awesome. But like you said, I got a list here of other guys that we would like to. Dude, you don't even have to mention it. We all know Stan Lee is at the top of the list. That's the whole reason I'm going to this convention. You know, I gotta meet Stan. The guy's old. He's about to kick the bucket. What other chance will I have? You know, but I mean, we've got guys like Greg Capullo, for the current the former artist of Spawn, now doing Batman. He hasn't lost a step, man. This guy's artwork is super sick. When he replaced Todd McFarlane on Spawn, if you were one of those guys that just read the story and you didn't pay attention to the creators on the book, you didn't even know that Todd was replaced. That's how close his artwork mirrored Todd McFarlane's at the time. And since then, he's come into his own style. Still super badass.
Yep.
Who else we got? You said
his bad stuff, man.
William Shatner. You know,
Willie.
I'm not a huge Trekkie. I love Spock, but you know, hey, I'll give Will Shatner
gotta get the captain,
Kirk. You know,
the
what
captain.
I'm saying? Dude, James Hong. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. That's
he's that Chinese
that
guy.
You know, when in
that one movie.
exactly.
Did you guys see Balls of Fury?
Balls of Fury. He's the main bad guy. Showdown in Little Tokyo. He's like the wizard guy that looks like Shang Tsung from the original Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And what's the show that's out right now with the nerds? God, the TV
Comics
show.
ReMIXed?
No, the TV show. the other TV show.
There's a lot of them.
I get with
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Oh my God, thank you. He's the restaurant owner from the
that's
restaurant.
right. I forgot about that.
Remember they get on him.
Yeah, the egg rolls. Like, how do you split the egg rolls? They come in fours.
Well,
there's only three of us.
He doesn't actually use actual mandarins to make his sauce.
Yeah,
you know that one?
yeah. So James Hong will be
James
there.
Hong. I gotta get James Hong, man. I love that guy.
Who else you got on here? I can't even read your
Pat
writing,
Lee.
bro.
Pat Lee's gonna be down there.
Pat Lee. I gotta get him to sign my Decepticon poster.
Yep.
Dude, Pat Lee can draw a wicked Transformer. I don't care who you are. If you're not Pat Lee is like my #1 Transformer artist, hands down, dude. I'm sorry, dude.
That's okay. I just didn't want to say anything about X4.
Anywho, Carlos Pacheco.
Yep.
Old school Superman artist, Green Lantern. He did the X-Men for a while. You know, big name. You know, he gets a lot of respect. Artwork is super great.
David Mack, I definitely want to interview him. You were not a big fan of his Daredevil run. I actually didn't get.
I'm just not a David Mack fan. Nothing against him. It's his art that I just
artistry. I love his artistry. Actually, we bought one of his children's books, which Sadie loves. It's called The Shy Creatures. It's a great children's book, very Dr. Seuss-ish. I hope Sadie could go with me on Sunday. He's going to be out there all weekend. Sunday's Kids Day. Bring the kids on Sundays. So I hope...
Pack a lunch, though.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to buy
I bet you
something.
Sadie could recite that book to him. That would be awesome.
Once again, the legendary Neil Adams will be there, so if we can set up a follow-up interview, we're going for it. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got? That's your dude right there right now.
Oh, Yannick. Yannick, man, on Animal Man. Fantastic artwork, man.
Mm-hmm.
I really love it.
Swamp Thing also.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. 2 great books. Fantastic art in them. What I really love about those books is that a lot of the verbiage does not take away from the art.
Yeah.
You really just get sucked in
to the whole book itself.
Yeah, he creates
it's an experience.
He's good at creating these little environments.
Yeah.
There's the shots where you could tell where there's a car driving down the road, and that's cool. He gives it a good shot, but when he gets in there and puts you into like the Animal Man world, it's like, holy, this guy is on acid.
Old school artist to us, when we were growing up reading comics, his art style was very different. Mark Teixeira.
Yeah.
When I first encountered his artwork, it was on the Wolverine comic, like in the issues like in the 60s. My first Mark Teixeira comic I remember was Wolverine 65, I believe. He was fighting Omega Red on the cover.
Well, Wolverine was still Wolverine.
Yeah.
He was the short. He was a stocky, mean guy. That's Wolverine.
Mark's style, very, very gritty, very sketchy. Right now, he's working on Panther for Dynamite Entertainment.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love his Marvel work, especially dude, Ghost Rider. His Ghost Rider was the shit, man.
It was, man.
Remember the glow in the dark cover, issue 15?
Okay, look, that's when Ghost Rider was Ghost Rider, and what the hell happened?
I hope they bring Ghost Rider back in a Marvel now, but make it good.
Yeah.
The last series only went up to 9 issues, and it was that female Alejandra.
Oh yeah, I didn't even read that. I didn't even.
You're alright.
Which actually, that's actually a good concept. It's more like the Crow.
Yeah.
Where anybody could be.
Very true.
A Ghost Rider, and that's
Johnny Blaze was her mentor. He was kind of trying to teach her how to deal with it.
But that is also a good concept because you get unlimited storage from that.
Yeah, of course. It's like anybody can do it.
Imagine like a mistreated dog became the Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Just this dog with a flaming skull on a motorcycle.
Well, dude, we're not also doing Comic Guys. We're doing
Kevin Sorbo,
dude, Hercules.
Kevin Sorbo, Hercules, man. I'm all about Hercules, bro.
There's a lot of media guys that are gonna be there. You know, in terms of TV and stuff. Dude, Doug Jones. For those who don't know, Doug Jones was Abe Sapien and the Silver Surfer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Gotta kind of wind it down here. Dude, we gotta get all the WWE females we can get. Divas, everybody loves divas.
Yeah, them. You know? And speaking of the females, which I'm never shy about, and you aren't either. We definitely got to dig into the cosplayers more.
Oh yeah,
we got to really get in there. I hope to see some of the people that we saw in C2E2. Maybe they could help us do some interviews with these cosplayers. I'm very interested in how some of these people make their costumes.
There we go. So, I mean, that's pretty much our... I mean, we got a lot more. Joe Jusko, we got an interview set up with him, so... But, yeah, we look forward to you guys watching our coverage of Wizard World. We look forward to being there. So, without hesitation, pack your bags, because tomorrow the convention starts. For another episode of Comics Remixed, I'm Junior Ruiz.
David Sanchez.